I have one shotgun, and it's in a case.
Okay.
There are some loose shells, but I don't want any of it, so take the whole case.
Just one.
One shotgun.
Do you want the case?
Hell no.
Very well, sir.
I don't want
In a state where local leaders feel that their hands are tied to prevent gun violence, the most popular and easy tool they reach for are gun buybacks.
It's $50 we will give for every non-functioning firearm, $100 for shotguns or rifles, $150 for handguns, $200 for semi-automatic weapons.
But studies haven't found any evidence they reduce violent crime.
Thank you, Siri. Did you talk to it? Got it to raise?
I've been held up at gunpoint about 20 years ago, robbed. And I can tell you that the fear, the adrenaline that flows when that happens, the shock, if I had a gun, I'd more likely either shoot myself or it would be taken from me and used to kill me.
Well, yes, I have two guns. They old guns and they handguns, and I have no use for them anymore. So I want to get the gift certificates for them. I could use the money. I have other guns, you know what I mean? I have several other guns in my house, so I can get rid of these.
My name's Jan, and I'm bringing back my father's gun. He has passed away, and I have no use for it.
What kind of gun is it?
2 rifles.
Are they hunting rifles?
I'm not sure.
We've got a huge turnout, so we've got more people than we've got gift cards for. But we're working on this, and we're learning from this. We're gonna have more gift cards next time, and we're taking in a ton of guns right now. We're still counting them.
I understand why they're popular, right? Gun buybacks, they're low cost, they're highly visible, and it's that media image of decision makers literally taking action. They're thinking, I want to take guns out of circulation, but the reality is gun buybacks do not take guns out of circulation for those guns that are committing crimes.
Most common denominator for any violent crime in the world is a gun. And in Texas, it's just like the Wild Wild West. As opposed to our partners on the state level doing something to help reduce the emphasis on everybody having a gun, they make it easier for everybody to have one. So I just think that you need to change that culture. At my high school, Worthing High School in Sunnyside, there were bullies. If I had known where there were guns in my home when I was in high school, I probably would have gotten one of those guns and done something that would have changed the trajectory of my life. So part of why I'm excited about what gun buybacks can do, regardless of any research, is I want to change that culture. I want people to change that narrative of thinking, anytime you have a dispute, get a gun and solve it quickly.
Could the $1 million the county and city are spending on gun buybacks be put to better use? Studies show that environmental improvements and gun violence interruption programs do lower violent crime.
With limited dollars, and the federal dollars are not going to last forever, let's make sure that we're taking those investments and allocating them towards initiatives where we know there's evidence that's going to be working. I do think the environmental improvements where there is strong evidence and there's low cost options, it's a way to get at this issue. And I think constituents can actually see those physical changes because a lot of that has to do with the physical redesign in order to help decrease crime. Again, those green spaces, trees, street lights. The second piece I would think about is the community violence intervention strategies like street outreach and violence interrupter programs to mitigate violence.
Another popular measure to reduce gun deaths that is also backed with evidence is education around safe gun storage. More than half of Americans don't securely lock their guns.
When we talk with gun owners and we read polls in which a variety of different kinds of Texans from different backgrounds have been polled about gun policies, there's a lot of support and a lot of common ground. And I would say that safe gun storage in particular, just being a basic, thing we should all be doing is something that I feel like has a lot of support. I think what's so important about safe storage is we can tackle it through education and legislation both, and that it's something local government can do, that they have in their power, that maybe not in terms of requirements, but in terms of education and offering locks and materials.
It starts with the gun buyback program. We earn the community's trust. We get out there, work with the community, and there's many other programs that we can engage the community, interact with them on a regular basis, and that starts the talk for lowering the gun violence itself. It's not just one program, it's not one thing, it's multiple things that come together.
One of the best ways to keep people from committing a crime is to give them a job. One of the best ways to give somebody a job is to give them a skill. One of the best ways to give somebody a skill is give them education. And it'll take a hell of a lot more than $1 million to do that.
Harris County's popular gun buyback program is missing an opportunity for engaging residents. Couldn't information about safe storage be shared at the same time? Why not provide free or discounted gun safes or gun locks? Perhaps these people turning in guns could be actively brought into building safer communities.
I'm turning in weapons that my grandfather and grandmother had. They've passed away 10, 15 years ago, and we just been holding on to these prehistoric weapons. I don't think it's lowering crime because it's keeping the honest people honest. The criminals are gonna keep their weapons. They're gonna always use them on us. So we're not turning in everything. We're turning in some.